Hey, so today's daily dose, obviously the T stands for all sorts of things, but primarily thanks and true gratitude. Because, in fact, if gratitude is appreciating things, I was sitting and realized at one point that sometimes I'm not feeling necessarily good in the experience that I'm in, but my senses are already appreciating it. And it got me to the understanding that true gratitude is just the awareness of why am I in this experience? How do I move on forward? And I actually had a post from years ago that Facebook reminded me because it does that, right? And said I had a memory with someone, and it was a post Lao Tzu said, or it was written from Lao Tzu, that if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. But if you're content, you're living in the present. So truly, just be more and more aware, I think, is one of the main goals. Um, but that's you want to have true gratitude. You want to have awareness in why you are appreciating this. Maybe there is something in the space that you're not liking that you need to finally grasp that attention and say, you know what? I don't want this. How do I get out of this? And instead of complaining about things or stating phrases in um, let's scratch that one for now. But instead of like complaining, you can just ask yourself questions about, how to get out of that area that you might want to, complain about or some sort of thing. So ask, how do I? More often, I'm sure you may have heard this instead of how do I? How can I? Instead of it is this way or it is that way. Especially if it's a negative light, it'll help you get out into that positive light. I mean, light right here, it illuminates. That's the whole point. It makes more aware the present situation that we're in, because just like that, headlight in the night time or in the fog, as long as you can see the next few feet or meters in front of you, even at the smallest speeds, you'll safely, arrive if you keep going. Um, I appreciate you. That even if I didn't like you, I would naturally be appreciating you if you're watching this, and I'm of the understanding that, as long as you're working towards good or you're not necessarily trying to hurt others or, you know, just we need to become more aware, because we find, moving through past to future, some things we've done in the past were needed then, but maybe we don't need them now. But maybe where you live, you don't need them, but in another place, that sort of lifestyle is still necessary, because that's the level that the culture's at, or that's the level where their society's at. And we shouldn't necessarily tear those things away because they're hurting others, because just that enforcement to begin with is hurting in itself. Um, so truly, like, let's just be well with others, because we are all in this together, and that's as best as we can be, right? So I appreciate you. I wish you all the best. Feel free to dialogue with me your thoughts here, and see you later.